Hello, I am Samantha Marino, and I did my strategic analysis on Target Corporation. So the first part I just did a brief history. Target was established in 1902, but it was under the name Dayton Dry Goods. But in 2000, the company was renamed Target. And the next year, they opened up their 1,000th store, so you can see how successful it was. Getting into the vision and mission statement, Target's vision statement is guided community commitments to great value, the community, diversity, and the environment. I do believe that they are living up to this. For example, they installed rooftop solar systems, converting energy efficiency light fixtures, and adapting innovative initiatives, that have earned the Retailer Energy Star certification in more than 100 stores. So that's just one example of the way that Target has been trying to become more environmentally friendly. And then we get down into Target's mission statement. It's to make Target the preferred shopping destination for our guests by delivering outstanding value, continuous innovation, and exceptional guest experience by consistently fulfilling our expect more, pay less brand promise. I do also believe that they have fulfilled this, as they do provide a wide range of products for reasonable prices. And then the next section is going to be the external environment analysis. We're going to look at the pestle analysis first. So political, I did say that the U.S. believed that there was an unfair trade among China and are currently negotiating a trade agreement, and that was in 2018, that China estimated that $737.1 billion were in U.S. goods and services trade. So you can see just how much money that trade with China does generate, and Target can be affected by this just because if for some reason trade does get limited with China, some products might not be able to be purchased, so therefore Target would have to purchase the products from other suppliers, and those products could have to be purchased for more money, so then their profit would lower because they are purchasing the products for a higher amount of money but still selling them for the low reasonable cost that they promise to customers. Another aspect in the pestle analysis is economic. A potential recession I mentioned could set them back because people are no longer buying luxury items, and Target does sell luxury items such as their shoe department. They have an apparel department and other luxury items that they do sell. And also going on now is like with the coronavirus, that's another economic or I guess that can also be an environmental factor that could affect Target as well. Social is the use of cell phones. According to the Pew Research Center in 2018, 95% of the U.S. consumers own a mobile phone. So you can see just how many people do use their phone to access information. So this would also generate online sales. So that is another factor that Target does have to consider. Kind of going off of that, technology is another aspect. Mobile devices are now everyone's source of information, communication, and consumption, improving effective and efficient online shopping, offering unique online shopping experiences for consumers, and incorporate technology into stores can allow Target to stand out among its competitors. The next is legal. So fear of faulty products or customer dissatisfaction is something that every company has to deal with. An example I used is the Blitz Gas Can Corporation. They were faced with over 42 lawsuits and ultimately ended up going bankrupt and having to shut down. And not only is it very costly to, when facing these legal aspects, it also is very damaging to one's reputation. And then another one is environmental aspect. One of Target's values is that they want to offer eco-friendly products, and as I mentioned, and they want to offer not only eco-friendly products, but they also want to be environmentally sustainable. And as I mentioned before, they have been taking advances in doing so. And then we see Porter's 5 sources. Looking at the numbers, it is clear that if a new entrant was to compete, it would need to be able to produce outstanding profit. Looking at market capitalization, Walmart's $319.67 billion is more than 6.5 times larger than Target's, a little over $44 billion as of July 2019. So if a new company did want to come into the industry and compete with those superstores, they would have to generate a lot of profit. Billions of dollars of profit in order to compete. So the likelihood of a new entrant that is going to compete with Target, Walmart, Amazon, like Kroger, things along those lines, is very unlikely. A potential threat would be if two companies would combine into a larger corporation. The buyers have the power in the industry that rely on their satisfaction. The power is high due to the influence the customers have over the company. With the low cost Target offer and the fact that Target buyers typically buy in large quantities as opposed to just buying one singular item at a time, we say that the buyer's force is strong. Target also must maintain a good relationship with its consumers and provide products that are in demand for the price and consumers are willing to pay. Something that could affect stores would be a recession, as I mentioned in the pestle analysis. That could also be another threat. Target depends on its buyers to create a profit, so their opinions are crucial. The suppliers are another crucial aspect of Target's success. Obtaining products for a price that allows for a decent profit is essential. The variation in product types is also something that customers look for. Target makes a multitude of products available. If buyers can do their shopping at all one store, it increases efficiency and also increases their satisfaction towards their experience. Target has continued to expand their variation of products, recently introducing a wide range of organic products. And next, we're going to look at the company's internal analysis and look at their strengths. One strength is providing a wide variety of products, as I mentioned before. Another is selling good quality products for a reasonable price. Pretty much everybody wants to get the best deal on their products. So for Target to be able to provide good quality and low prices, that is a very good strength of theirs. Another strength is they have created brand recognition worldwide, and Target has also created an atmosphere that attracts those who find stores, Walmart in particular, to be lower class, so they do target a younger demographic, as I'll get into. Weaknesses include trying to compete with those superstores because they do have very different departments in, say, Walmart as opposed to Target. It would be hard to generate as much profit as them, and as I mentioned in the numbers earlier, Target is producing vastly 6.5 times more than Target. Another weakness would be online presence in comparison to its competitors. Although Target is making advancements to improve their online presence, that is a weakness as of now. Another is that kind of goes with competing with the superstores such as Walmart is their variation of products, so not providing the same products as Walmart does. Some opportunities I saw was in their apparel section, especially in the recent years. Unlike Walmart, people view Target's clothing as good quality and affordable. This can be a gateway into increasing profitability. Customers want low prices, but also quality that is sustainable. Also, Target targets a younger demographic, so millennials, and typically millennials, they're either in college or they're getting out of college, so they don't have a lot of money to spend on those luxury items. So for Target to be able to provide low prices but still very good quality and trendy products, it does really target that younger demographic. And then we're going to look at some threats. So some threats would be the environmental factors I mentioned before, like the recession or like what's going on now with the pandemic. That is also a threat that could and will harm the Target Corporation. Online shopping has increased tremendously, so it is important that Target still keep making those advancements in technology. And another threat is that Target offers food options, but compared to the main competitors, they are lacking. So now we're going to go over the VIRO framework. We have value is number one. So Target values providing their customers with a great experience and obtaining products at affordable prices. When people enjoy their experience, they are more likely to come back time and time again. While other stores also focus on this value among its competitors, Target has an outstanding environment created for its customers. This creates a sustainable competitive advantage. Rarity. While Target is known for having low prices, there are a vast majority of other stores such as Walmart and Amazon that also do have those low prices and good quality items. So Target is only competitive partly in that aspect. Imitability. Aspects that can be imitated include Target training programs and their products sold. This will only create a temporary competitive advantage against their stores. And for organization, one factor is that organized in the target corporation are their finances. The company allocates and budgets its money in order to generate their best profit by spending the money for the innovation and increased customer satisfaction, and ultimately helped to gain more sales. The opportunity was greater than its cost. And then we're going to look at business strategies. So Target is using a 3-step process. The first step is the corporation's positioning. The second step is making store improvements and investing in new technologies. And the third step is their innovation. And then we're also going to look at Target's business ethics. And we see that after I read through the Target's Code of Ethics, there are 5 values set in place for all employees to follow within the company. Optimism, inclusivity, inspiration, connection, and drive. These values help to establish a code for employees to follow and also help to make decisions on difficult situations that can arise in a corporation. And then we're also going to look at Target's culture. I found one quote that I thought kind of summed it up very well, and this is from the company's Vice President and Chief Culture, Diversity, and Inclusion Officer, Caroline. She said, "We know that in a business landscape, people get to choose whether or not they want to engage with us, and they make those decisions with their dollars. In order to continue to be a place where people want to come and spend their money, we have to be connected to who our potential customers are across the board, and in order to stay relevant as a business, we have to be sure our guests are seeing experiences, products, and services that reflect who they are." Target relied on its customers to prosper, so they want to fulfill their customers' desires. This is how they base their culture off of. Technology is one aspect that the company has been focusing on in order to improve Target's culture. Target recently completed major upgrades to its network infrastructure that is more than doubled Wi-Fi bandwidth to its stores. The more robust network, everything from Wi-Fi to checkout registers to staffers, handheld devices work better. So this also contributes to culture because it does improve the efficiency and I guess it would make the job of the staff easier. So that would ultimately improve their satisfaction as well. And then we go through Target's finances. The return on assets was 7.1%. The return on equity was 25.9%. Return on sales was 26.3%. Their debt to equity ratio was 2.65 million, and their stock price as of now is $107.82. And going into sustainable competitive advantage, as discussed in the sections on Target culture, technology is an increasing part of Target's company. For the always changing industry, it is important to keep up on the new advancements made in technology with the implications made by the corporation. It gives them a competitive advantage against their opposing companies, and their advantage is their low prices, yet good quality products. Consumers are looking for discount items that are still produced well. Target has achieved being credible as well for their pricing and their products. This is especially true in their newly popular apparel section. And then some recommendations I made for Target. I would say that the biggest recommendation I can make is to really hone in on their apparel section, especially in recent years, as I mentioned. The popularity of their apparel section has increased tremendously. So I think maybe expanding on like their footwear section, maybe their loungewear section, and also really digging into what is trendy with the millennials would really increase profit, and would also kind of hone in on that middle class but yet discounted items industry. And that is all. I have also attached the income statements and the balance sheets as well. And in recent years, we do see that everything is steadily increasing. There was a setback in, I believe, 2017, but that was due to them increasing their wage expenses for the employees. But ever since then, they have been steadily increasing. So thank you so much.